Hello Gemini, and welcome to your May readings, tarot readings with me, dear Gemini. If you're new to my channel, please do subscribe so that you're notified every time I release a new video. So let's get started, my dear Gemini. Let me tell you at the very beginning is that this month is going to be a trying month for you. This month is going to test your flexibility, your adaptability to situations. And how is that? Because the very first week begins with some kind of botherations and oppositions happening, dear Gemini. Somebody is going to try to create some kind of mess around you, be it in the family circle. Some relatives are, just going to provoke you to react on certain things. There is also seen the energy that is a bit dark, and that can be a bit weighing upon you regarding a particular situation in your life, regarding a particular person in your life that is seen. So all in all, the first week is about opposing forces. The first week is about some kind of rivalry and opposition that is coming your way. Some kind of jealous people always try to, pull you down, especially if you're in an artistic field. You have to expect some kind of backstabs taking place. So please guard your back, because this is quite possible for you in the first week of May. And I also see some kind of verbal attacks on you. So be more detached, because the people who throw verbal attacks on you, they themselves are unhappy in their lives. So they don't have anything else to do than to attack you verbally or abuse you verbally. So you don't need to get into their dirty games unless and until it is really required. So be your own master at this point of time, and don't let these kind of forces try to get you into a dirty game, my dear Gemini. And I also see for some of you is that some of you are dealing with paperwork, administrative works. Also something related to law is seen in the first week of the month of May. So if you are going through a legal lawsuit or a case, then you need to know that your opposition is going to try to be quite strong upon you. So be more prepared, I would say. Be prepared for this kind of opposition, a strong opposition to come upon you, my dear Gemini. And all in all, I would like to tell you that wherever you are going, if you're traveling, if you're driving, please let all your papers be with you, because as the energies are that of paperwork and things like that, also I feel all your papers have to be very well kept, and everything has to be in its own place, because you might need certain papers in the first week of May. If you're driving, please keep your license and all your papers with you. If you are traveling, see that you have it all, because on the last minute otherwise you are in trouble. Okay, my dear Gemini. And then with this kind of energies that are a little bit of a bothersome energies, and something where you can get bothered about, you go to the second week. Now the second week is no less than the first week, okay? Because the second week's energy, is again announcing low morale, discouragement inside of you. So the second week's energy, dear Gemini, is going to be the hangover, I would say, of the first week also, because here also the energies are a bit demoralizing or discouraging energies, wherein you're facing opposition to your plans. If you want to do something, maybe a person in your family says, no, I don't want to do it that way, I'm going to do it my way. Yes, so there is lots of this kind of elasticity I see, but in the opposing way. Yeah, you're going this way, the other person is going this way. Regarding your professional field, again, it's the same kind of thing. I see the difference in the second week's energy is that it's a very conflicting energy. The energy wherein you also will tend to become a bit aggressive towards others, because you are not liking the way they are being adamant, so you can become more aggressive in the second week. For some of the Geminis, I feel it's better that you take care of your health, because This aggressivity is coming through kind of an insecurity that is deeply rooted inside of you regarding this particular case that you're facing, be it sentimental, professional. So what happens is that that insecurity gives inside of us this kind of aggressivity, where you want to show that you're stronger, but you're actually vulnerable, you're affected inside. So it might come out aggressively towards you. So as far as it is coming from someone else, it's okay, because you are not losing your energy and your strength here. But the moment you get into that game of reacting to everything that they throw at you, well, you are losing a lot over there, my dear Gemini. And this is not going to be something, and this is not going to be something good for you. So you need to take care of your health, your well-being, and you need to see this phase is just a passing phase. It's not going to stay there forever. It has just come and it is going to move. But how you react to it will determine for how long it will stay in your life. So my suggestion to you, Gemini, is that come out, take a distance, detach yourself from this drama. Whatever people are playing, let them be the writers, the actors of this drama, but you don't play any game. Even if they have pulled you inside, you just be mum. You refuse to play any role in that drama, because the more you enter into it, the more messier it's going to get. And you know what I'm speaking to you, my dear Gemini. You know what state you are in regarding your personal, your professional, or your health level. Also, if you can see where you stand accordingly, you will get my message, and it will touch you, and it will tell you where you need to make those possible changes, my dear Gemini. And aggressivity is never a good reply. Instead, what happens is that today we can become aggressive towards someone, but tomorrow we are going to feel bad about it, because maybe that if that person is in the family and we become, too adamant with them, no matter what, and even if they become like that, what happens is that the cost is the relationship. So please remember that these kind of things are passing phases, and you have to see that if people are dear to you, then your words can hurt them as much as their words hurt you. Instead, why not use your wonderful communication skills, my dear Gemini, and settle down the problem. Just speak to them heart to heart, have it across the table, and speak to them, and try to see, or try to really point out to where exactly the problem lies. Where is the problem exactly? You need to see that, my dear Gemini, and this is how you will be able to solve the problems without getting affected. You can pass through this phase very easily, very smoothly. But the more you both enter into the ego game, what is going to happen is that nothing is going to work out. Even in your professional field, regarding colleagues who have been pulling you down or who have been working against you, my dear Gemini, there you will have to speak to them. Many a times what happens is that people, they try to speak about each other instead of to each other, and this is what creates the mess. The whole world is in this mess today. So dear Gemini, use this tool that God has given to you, and that is your wonderful communication skills. Use them. You can really, make magic or work out wonders with your communication. If you haven't realized, I'm reminding it to you that you have it and you have to use it for your own benefit, my dear Gemini. And this is what is required from you in the second week. Fortunately, this passage is just a temporary passage in your life, the first and the second week. All these kind of, disturbing energies, and these are going to go away. So use it very wisely, my dear Gemini, and use your communication skills in order to smoothly sail your ship across the troubled waters. And yes, in the second week, I would like to tell you to take good care of your health and to take proper rest too, because this can create tensions inside of you and they are not good for your health. at all, my dear Gemini. So if you can just be quiet near a water body, go and sit near a water body and just look at that water, you know. Take a stone and throw it, and you will see how the ripples are formed. And then you will realize one magic that took place over there is that when you put that stone in the water was calm before. And when you put this stone, what happened is that it created ripples, and then 1, and then 2, and then 3. And then you come to know that actually everything is fine, but the way I react is going to magnify the problem. So don't do that. Your reaction is going to get the results. So let your reaction be very positive so that you reap good rewards on it, my dear Gemini. And then now we are going to the 3rd week, and the 3rd week is an auspicious week, my dear Gemini. It's an auspicious week because I see some of the Geminis are planning for long travel, long distance travel. You are going to travel abroad. Some of the Geminis are planning this trip for work with their family or to visit a family member. That is what is seen in the 3rd week. I also see, dear Gemini, for you in the 3rd week is that lot of travels are taking place. The energy is that of movement. A lot of things are moving. You are moving. Some things are moving in your life with lots of rapidity. All kind of travels are being favored at this point of time. The 3rd week is all about the joys and the satisfaction. You are going to feel this feeling of euphoria inside of you. You are going to feel that well-being finally. Yeah, maybe there is something regarding travel that is bringing something positive into your life, my dear Gemini, in the 3rd week. So whatever is regarding travels is favored at this point of time. Whatever projects you are undertaking at this point of time are going to see a beneficial growth. You see some kind of progress happening, and very rapid progress is happening on these projects. That is what we see over here. And whatever the situation is, there is a positive evolution that I'm seeing in the 3rd week for you, dear Gemini. So stay there, because use this energy, I would say, use this wonderful energy of growth, of travel, of movement, and of the, how do you say, exchanges which are favorable at this point of time. Use this in order to bring about a wonderful, successful future for yourself, I would say, or to just bring about this positive change that you so much need at this point of time. Because I can also see in the 3rd week is that your profession is evolving in a very favorable direction, and whatever is happening at this point of time, that is the 3rd week, is happening very rapidly. It's very fast, you know. It's like a fast development taking place for you in the 3rd week. So it is, all in all, it's very enterprising week, and it's a very successful week, my dear Gemini, for you in the 3rd week. So, you know, concentrate on this week, I would say, and use these energies in order to, you know, build something that you always wanted to build, my dear Gemini, be it in your sentimental life or in your professional life. And regarding your health also, some positive changes are taking place inside of you, because maybe somewhere you realize that finally reaction to everything is not a good thing. I have to let things go. This is how it is, my dear Gemini. And somewhere I feel that this knowledge is coming from above to you, and those situations that have happened in the first 2 weeks are happening for a good cause, because through the difficulties you become stronger and you become more detached. Like, okay, I'm not going to, you know, doesn't need my attention. Everything doesn't need your attention. If you're walking on a road full of stones, if you start saying that each stone hurts, then how are you going to finish your journey? You will not be able to even go a few steps ahead. So forget those stones on the road. Just keep your eyes on the goal and keep going, my dear Gemini. The third week is going to teach you that somehow, and you're going to be happy, I feel. And then we go to the fourth week's energy. Now the fourth week's energy is a bit tricky energy, because here I'm going to compare the third and the fourth week, right? Because I see, and last month too, the Geminis had the same card. In the fourth, in one of the weeks you had the same card, and now you have the same card in the fourth week. So the same energy is coming, and this energy is of transformation. This energy is of separation. This energy is of death. This energy is of putting an end to something. So in the fourth week, as I can see for you, dear Gemini, for some of you I see, as you are going to be traveling, so you are separating from your family for a short period of time. It's a temporary separation between your beloved and you, between your family and you. This is what I see. You are going away from a particular place for a holiday. It can be that you're going with your friends maybe, or it is going to be for work that you are going. So there is a separation. For some of the Geminis, I see that some person who might be ailing, or was not very fine, an elderly person, leaves the physical form and meets their divine form in this fourth week. So if they have been having lots of health complications and things like that, then I see that there is something like this that is a possibility too. But I see more of very elderly people going to this phase of the transition between the life and the after. Yes, my dear Gemini. Then I see some of you who have been in a very toxic relationship, who were not really fine with their partner. Some kind of problems have been there always. So I'm associating the first 2 weeks with the last week again over here, because I see that there have been conflicts happening in the first 2 weeks, a lot of conflicts, sentimentally speaking, when your relationship was not really good with them. And then in the third week, I see you taking distance from them, and you are cutting off from them and just saying goodbye and nothing to do with them in the fourth week. So this is an energy of a divorce also. If you are in an extremely toxic relationship, this is what is the energy for the fourth week for some of the Geminis who are in a toxic relationship. For some, the separation is temporary, but for some, the separation is a long-term separation, because there has been a lot of you were not matching on any plane, and you gave a lot of yourself, and you tried, both of you tried, but sometimes two people can be in a wrong relationship, as simple as that. And then this was the time that it had to cut. And in a way it's good, because there is no point in dragging on a relationship that has nothing, because you are wasting your energy, they are wasting your energy, and none of you is moving in any direction. Of course, if the kids are involved, then their sacrifices are extremely, extremely necessary. But when it's just both of you, and if it's really, really not okay, then it is up to you of what you do about it. How much you love a person depends upon that also. Because for me, I really feel that when you are really deeply in love, you can make all the sacrifices, and you can change the person, and the person will feel that even if wherever they go, they will come back to you. Yes, my dear Gemini, so think about that. Don't be in a haste to just if you find somebody better, don't leave something which is stable, which is in your hands. For the younger Geminis, I'm telling you that. For the ones who are single and who would say, oh, I found somebody much better than what I have. But if you have been in a nice stable relationship, and just for variety, don't go to anyone else, because after, the chances are that you might repent over your decision. And then, my dear Gemini, you have to know that every end is a new beginning, and that is so wonderful. Nothing ever dies actually, it just transforms. Its form is transformed, my dear Gemini. So be it a relationship, be it your body, be it your job, everything that ends begins with in a different way, because it has got transformed. And yes, my dear Gemini, in the 4th week, please take care of your inner well-being. No need to feel depressed. Yes, don't feel disheartened or discouraged by certain bothering energies or certain things. Of course, if your loved one is going out to work, then it's normal you're going to feel down. But don't get depressed, because when you feel sad, they will feel it also. Instead, give positive energy to this process of transformation. Even if your beloved has gone somewhere on a holiday or for work, then you give this positive energy to them. Even if a loved one has gone to another dimension, we need to give positive energies, because they would not like to see us crying on the earth. They would in fact want to see us happier. It's normal we feel sad because we don't see them again, but they are watching over us, so we have to pray for them. We have to give them positive energies also, and we have to let them know that we are fine too. Yes, my dear Gemini. So all in all, this is quite a happening month, my dear Gemini, for you. And it's when you have this kind of energies, you have to know one thing, my dear Gemini, is that these things come to us in order to transform us from within. We have to get transformed. We have to learn something out of all these experiences. And instead of saying the circumstances are not good, we have to adjust ourselves according to the circumstances. And who else but a Gemini knows very well what is adaptability, what is compromise. You adapt. You have tremendous patience. You know that, Gemini? You have tremendous patience, and this you will realize in this very month. And you are very adapting souls. You're so malleable, I would say. You're like water, wherever you go, you can just adjust and adapt. And because of that, you don't suffer so much as maybe other rigid signs would suffer, because you are ready to adapt and you say, okay, fine, I am going to adapt to the situation. And that is the beauty of being a Gemini, my dear. And this you will realize in this month also. So I wish you a wonderful, transforming, a spiritually ascending month, my dear Gemini, and make the most of it and emerge out like gold, shining and more bright. Yes, so please do like, share and comment, and please stay tuned for the message of the universe, because this is where we will know what exactly needs to be known and how to deal with the energies of this month of May. So see you in the month of June. In fact, before that for the message of the universe, and after in the month of June. Bye bye, dear Gemini. Take care. Bye.